Alright, let's go. Welcome to another game of Tiberian Sum, brought to you by Tiberian Sum Adventures, and I'll be casting this game between Bulus and Corpse Maker 1v1 on Terrace. I'm your cast, insectsx. We've got GDI on GDI, and top right we have Corpse, bottom left we have Bulus. Let's go, let's see what this game. I haven't seen Corpse play yet, but I heard he's pretty good, so it'd be fun to watch him play and see what kind of build orders and what tactics come out. And here come the scouts. The scouts are open. Generally I prefer being bottom left. Harder to protect from scouting, but easier to get some blue monies and easier to expand. Okay, and we've got some nice scouting going on here. He's spreading his infantry well, he's getting all over the map. You want to clear out, you want to be able to see as much as you can, so I like the way he's spreading his infantry out here and getting lots of different lines down the map, just in case, you know, an early APC or get an early warning on a disruptor or a Titan rush or something. That's the main purpose of scouting. That's why I like having my anti-scouts quite far out, which is what Corpse has done here. He's got his anti-scouts pretty far out. You just want to... Oh no, and he's let that guy get by. That was a little bit of a misplay there. He does have another 3 men here to cover that, but ideally you want the opponent to see as little as possible. And that's the purpose of scouting and anti-scouting, to see as much as you can, get as much information as you can, and to prevent your opponent from getting as much information. He's done a grenadier rush inside an APC. I expect it's going to come down to the bottom, try and come around the back, and probably just pick off something like the power plant. Maybe even go for a bigger target, we'll see, but second refinery, so he's not rushing a disruptor. 3 refineries from Bulus, so he's definitely going for a lot of men. We can see a lot of disc throwers here. Well, not too many disc throwers, quite a few disc throwers. And no one's been scouted yet. These grenadiers are coming in. He's going to have to build some extra men to deal with that. Second refinery sold. Hasn't been scouted yet. I'm not sure if Bulus is aware of this APC. It's hard to keep track on the map, especially without a radar. He has gone for a 4th refinery, so it just needs to pop out a couple more men to deal with this. And first thing you see when you see an MCV is like a big APC is a panic. You're like, oh my god, he's engineer rushed me. But it's just going for the grenadiers, and he's gone for the power plant as predicted, so he needs to sell that off. Doesn't get the sell. Attack the APC so he can't run right. Nice micro there by Corpse. But now he's got to deal with these men in his base. He's built a silo at the front, bit of a weird build order to have a silo in there, and he's bringing this APC back. Okay, bringing in maybe to squash, maybe just to protect against this man rush. This is the time to get your men in. Get these men in going, get these men, start causing some havoc, take your own power plant, but they're just waiting out here, and it's just buying Corpse a little bit extra time. He's coming in now, he's attacking the men, he's attacking from an angle where there is a gun turret. Does have him way outnumbered though, so it's going to have to be some good squashing by the APC and some good squashing by this Titan to prevent the harassment. And they are annoying just having this many, trying to manage other stuff, and you got these men running around. Yep, you definitely want to get this power plant. It's also got 2 upgrades, so all of his power has come out as 1 power plant, so if he can take that down, that'd be a really good result. Probably doing some other stuff in his buzz in the meantime. I don't think he's going to take down that power plant. He has got another refinery out, so he's on 3 and 5 now, so he's got a strong economy, and he's harvesting blues. Got the turret, building his own Titan. He's got a helipad coming out of Corpse, so I'm guessing he's going to go for a relatively quick disruptor. He has sacrificed some economy for this, although he's built another harvester, so he's 2 and 5. There's the tech center, and Bulus is, I guess, a little bit going to be on the defense now. He's just bringing out some Titans. He's got his own helipad. Needs to get a SAM or 2 up pretty soon, because he doesn't want to have a disruptor causing havoc all around his base. Probably a SAM somewhere on the left and somewhere on the right. It's a pretty good strategy, or somewhere like near the middle, like here, near your refineries, and at the very front here, just to stop this kind of going all the way across your base malarkey and having your Titans run all over. Here comes Disruptor. He's using these, already thinking about his expansion with his building here. A few more men, it's just going to cause a tiny bit of grief, nothing too much. But I guess we'll see another, either we're going to see massive disruptors coming out, just constant pressure from Corpse, or we're just going to see him transition to more of an economic stance where he puts another refinery down here, carries on building towards this expansion blue patch, and he's gone for the refinery down here, so I like that. He's going to have to just get a SAM or two up, maybe come in here. Let's see how this disruptor's getting on. He's gone for down to the bottom left. He obviously doesn't like his options here. He's got a very nice defense, and I don't think one disruptor is going to be able to achieve much by itself, and both teams are expanding, so kind of transitioning into our early mid game, and not much options with his disruptor here. Just taking a silo isn't going to cause too much grief. It does mean that the Titans have walked out a little bit, but they need to go there anyway to protect his expansion. So what he could do if he wanted to be a bit sneaky is just put his disruptor and destroy all these blues. You just force fire across and all the blue blows itself up, and that, you know, in terms of value, you're gonna destroy so much money, and it's gonna ruin Bulus's economy pretty well. So that would be what I'd be doing with my disruptor right now, especially as we're definitely going to see both teams expand towards the middle. Got an EMP, a protective EMP from Corpse here, and he doesn't have any SAMs up, but Bulus hasn't got any attacks either. And he sneaked a disruptor around the back there. Somehow sneak that round. If he could take out this money refinery, that would be a pretty good result. I don't think he's going to have much like the MCV. It'd be very difficult to land the disruptor here outside of the war factory and one-shot it. So his best chance, I think, is be to drop it down just about here below his harvester, one-shot this refinery and queue it to the second refinery, or queue it away and see if he can attack this other refinery at the same time. He's putting one bomb to the SAM. I think that's a bit suicidal for that bomber, and one bomb for a SAM's not a great deal, and he did do a good sell there, so well played by Bulus, very well defensive. He expansions out, he's just scouting a little bit more of this gold man. Where did that disruptor go? It's back there, so maybe a missed opportunity there just to take out one or two of these back refineries and cause Bulus a little bit of hassle. Going for this front, well, he's got a lot of Titans there, but he's not in position, but they recognise just in time, and they're going to maneuver themselves to defend against this disruptor. I see what Corporal's plan was there, was to take out that expansion SAM and then see if he can quickly attack that refinery and just slow down Bulus a little bit. But quite a defensive game all round here. We've got a lot of Titans coming out from both ends. Bulus probably got a few more Titans on the back of that stronger economy and the blue Tiberian, and then Corpse does have one disruptor, hasn't really done much with it, so quite a defensive game. And now Corpse is going for the middle early, so that's interesting. And we've got some Orcas coming out of Bulus, so I'm not sure what the purpose of those would be. Maybe to take down the Emp, maybe to take out the Emp, and Corp has gone even more expansion. He really wants this map. He's going to take this next Tiberian patch, and I guess just try and outmass Bulus, who is playing very defensively this game. His harvester has stopped there, and he's get that moving. He could probably just set off these back two refineries right now, and now he's got two at the front. Put another refinery here, put another war factory here, and be pretty loose about defending his main, because this part of the base is not really that useful anymore. It's only the MCV that's kind of, you know, because all the ore's gone, these refineries pretty useless, and MCV's out on its own. It's not. You'd love to just pick up your APC, your MCV, and move it here, but you can't. Okay, the Orcas have gone out, but they've come back. He's massing Orcas. Finally a tech. And this disruptor it's a great position there. One shot here, cue it, one shot here. That was perfectly executed. And yeah, they're almost like a liability, those back two refineries, where they're holding the money and they're very vulnerable and they're hard to defend and they're just way out of position. So it might have been better off just sending those a little bit earlier. We can see kind of the same principle here with this refinery and maybe this refinery for Corpse. He could just sell those off and use the money to help his expansion, and stops your harvesters going off way too far as well. But he does still have some Tiberium here, so his harvesters are pretty efficient. The Orcas have come out. They're going to destroy or force a sell from this expansion refinery. Not the end of the world for Corpse, just going to slow him a little bit. MK out finally by Bulus, so we're going to see some more offense come in. And I guess his main target will be, well, If I was Bulus, I would have gone for a couple of bombers and just bombed off these SAMs. Just like 2 bombers could take out both these SAMs, and then you can run riot a bit with your MK. You could like pick off this, you know, drop it here, pick off a helipad, drop it here, attack some of the harvesters, come up here with some of the harvesters, come back into the base, and you know, just cause like quite a lot of grief. Maybe focus on the 2 helipads, but he's going for the Orca strategy. I'm not sure. Orcas generally are not, they're a bit too slow to destroy stuff, and they can't kill engineers, which are very good defense against the Orcas. If you get like bombers on a building, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to destroy it, and it's a lot harder to sell. So bringing the MK up, and there's 5 bombers from Corp, and he's still working on his expansion. Both team focusing mainly on their expansion at the moment and air defense, and not air defense, sorry, air offense. There's a disruptor from Bulus as well. See if he can time that well with his MK. And he's found a nice little spot for his MK. He's going to get emped. He can just pick that up and move it somewhere safe until the emps run out. Corp has his own MK now, but I can't see a carrier anywhere for it. And I'm not sure what he's going to do with his MK, but I like this Corp strategy. It's kind of what I was talking about. I thought Bulus should do is what Corp has done there. He's bombed the SAMs at the expansion, and he's taken it, and he's attacked the helipads. It's just going to slow Bulus up a bit. He is going to lose a couple of refineries though here to his expansion. You want to sell that off. He doesn't get the sell. This harvester's not moving either. He's going to have to sell this one off. And he just about gets the sell on that one, so he'll save some money there. Because he's only got 1 helipad, but it's going to take a long time for these Orcas to reload, and quite a lot of micro. He's dropped a disruptor though, and he's going to take another. Is he going to get a 3rd refinery? Yes, he just about gets that refinery. So, must be frustrating for Corps to have to keep building more refineries. Maybe he needs to just organise his defences a little bit better. Maybe a few more SAMs, or his Titans. His Titan in position, just to make it more awkward. A lot of his Titans are kind of clamped around here, and he's relying on catching the Titans when a disruptor lands and walking them over. Maybe if he just spread them out a little bit better, you could deter some of these quick disruptor stabs. But got an MK on MK battle. I don't know where is Blue's carrier. He's going to lose this MK. That's a pretty big win for Corp there. He needs to pick that MK back up and get it out of there as soon as possible. Reload it, recharge it in the service bay. We do see a bunch of Orcas. Where have they gone? Okay, they're still back at the base. And needs some more helipads really. He's got the money. His silos are pretty full. I don't know about trying to use that MK when there's all these Orcas around and it was on such low HP. I think it would have been better off just sending it back for a repair. And just carry on with this bombing on these expansion SAMs. And now he's sending in the Titans, and wow, that is a lot of Titans coming in. And there is no emp. So Bulus is gonna find himself under a lot of pressure here. His Orcas, whoa, there's a lot of Titans. He's attacking the refineries, but maybe these Orcas would be better off reloading and just trying to take out some of these Titans before they reach the base, because he's going to claim middle here. And there's a mass movement of Titans. We're going to have a massive Titan clash. There's going to be some sort of macro Titan control. He's even got more Titans at the back, and he's got some bombers to back him up. And now would be such a nice time to have had that MK repaired. He could bring this MK in the back and just prevent the Titans from having to leave the base, or just ship it in and destroy the main, destroy these bottom refineries down here. Even a disruptor would do the same, but we've got the Titan on Titan clash. It looks good for gold. Gold's position here is much better. He's circling the forward blue Titans, and all the gold Titans are shooting. Only a few of the blue Titans are shooting. So even though Bulus had a few more Titans there, I think he actually had a higher number count in terms of the positioning. It was much better for Corp, and as we can see, he's come out of a hell of a lot of Titans from that battle, and he's in great shape now. He's just going to walk that through. Does he have anything else to follow up? Does have an MK coming. Bulus has his own MK, but it's going to get counteracted by Corp's MK, and then he's still going to have to deal with these Titans, and he doesn't have any air to help with that. His economy's running out. He's got an MK coming to his base now. I think this game is coming to an end. I don't see how Bulus is going to get back in it. He's got no money, he's got no units, and he's just getting smothered here by a giant army of Corp. And Corp's even got more. He could send another 7 or 8 Thailands. He's got some bombers reloading. He's got an absolute army of harvesters, and there we go, he's called it. Good game. So nice game there, well played by Corp, and a good fight by Bulus. Just a few strategic decisions I think that worked against him, and some out macroed on the economy front by Corps. So good game, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it.